Hello Sagittarius, it's your girl Ivy Ladone, your fitness mystic, and today we're going to see what it is that you are transforming for the month of August 2023. Let's go ahead and find out. Highest vibrational messages for the sign Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius moving through for the month of August 2023? What are they transforming for the month of August 2023? Thank you for these messages, Spirit. All right, so Sag, so this is regarding, of course, you. Your personal development, right? Because your career and your family and all that stems from you and your personal development. But of course, we're looking at career, we're looking at romance, we're looking at projects, creativity, a lot of you, self-development, family stuff, friend stuff. What is it that you're transforming, right? All right. Let's go ahead and see. We are working with the Oracle of the Seven Energies. I've also offered an empowerment and activation and healing classes through the extended series. So if you're looking into those kinds of things, they are there for you. Okay, so we did have a card just fly out right now. I gave it a couple shuffles. I do feel pretty confident that this is the message. All right, Sag, are you ready? All right, so the card that wants to come out for you for the month of August 2023 is number 32. Quieting the mind. Take what resonates, leave the rest. All right. Okay, so I'm taking a deep breath because I'm also a Sag. So I'm going to try not to get in the way with this personally. But I can also resonate with this. Oh my goodness. All right, so basically what I feel from this card is number 32. Is a throat chakra card. Your throat chakra is, yes, in this center point, in this area. And your throat chakra is about the way that you express yourself. And I know that sounds pretty self-explanatory because it's the throat chakra, but it's not so much about how you just express yourself through your verbal communication, right? It's not just how your personality is and the tones of your voice, right? It's also not just your personality, it's also what it is that you communicate. What are you communicating? What are you saying? What are the words that you're using that hold value? And also, not just communicating, but also, are you listening? You know, are you listening? Expression in your emotions. Okay, that's what it is. Now, because this is quieting the mind, to me, this is coming forward as like, you are expressing a lot, there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of listening, and everything is happening up here. In the world of Ayurveda, this is very much Vata. So you have a lot of energy here in the headspace. There's a lot of energy, there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of thought process, a lot of talking, a lot of going back and forth. And so for the month of August, your suggestion, what you're transforming is the way that you express yourself, the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you talk about yourself, the way that you communicate out to the public. Because the way that you communicate out into the public is also a description of who you are. So this card is saying you're going to transform that. And what we are helping you, or we are suggesting for you to do to help that, is to quiet the mind. Start to take note of what thoughts are yours, what aren't. I don't want to get super conspiracy stuff here, but I know that some of you would appreciate this. But like, upon doing some research, I learned that like the 5G towers are not what they are. No, there's like a patent coding of 56338, something like that you can look into. But I just learned through research that there's a lot of devices out here in this reality, and there's a lot of distractions in this reality too, not just the 5G towers that I'm talking about. There's a lot of people in your life. There's a lot of projects, right? There's a lot of habits that we have that perhaps are, yes, distracting us or getting in the way. Okay, now it's time for us to quiet the mind. Now the bottom of our deck, or I like to say our deck because we're in this together. The bottom of our deck is number 40, the land between. And this is a third eye card. So the third eye. So you're talking about the throat chakra and the third eye. This has a lot to do with how you're expressing yourself and how you are basically creating your future. Because the third eye has a lot to do with visualizing your future, pulling in, magnetizing and pulling in and seeing, right? Foreseeing your future, foreseeing your goals, foreseeing the 3.0 version of yourself. Intuitively speaking, I can sense that this is coming. I can sense that this is who I'm becoming. I can sense that this is the next step for me. That is intuitive. That's intuition. And that's what this card is. However, this card is about the land in between. So we're not necessarily working with our intuitive abilities to move forcefully, right, into a direction. Instead, we're actually taking a time, because this is what this card is representing. It's about Sagittarius. Take the time right now that you're in, which is the land of in between. You're not knowing really where you're going yet. There's like nothing really set in stone. You have options, of course you do, but none of them that really like tug you, and none of them that are 100% that you're like 100% yes, I'm going. That saying that's like, if it's a maybe, it's a no. I live by that. I don't know about you, but I highly recommend that. If ever I'm shopping and something's a maybe, it's a definite no. I have to be like a fuck yeah in order for me to do something or purchase something, right? That's my opinion. That's my way of doing. What about you? Let me know in the comments below. But this is the land in between. So this is saying like, don't make any rational decisions. Don't say anything that you don't, really want to say. Quiet your mind, aka your emotions, and all the self-talk that you're doing to yourself and distracting yourself with, and all the people and the outside noise and the inside noise, because you are in the land in between. There's a lot of potential here. And if you're distracted by this, you can easily take the wrong step. And it doesn't mean that you're stuck forever. It just means that it's going to take you a little bit longer to detour and go back into the same track that you're aiming to be in. Message. Message for me, to be honest. I feel that. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments below. If you need some assistance with this, my friend, I'm here for you. I'm here for us, but I'm here for you. Consider the extended reading, because I'm going to go in deeper now into the Work Your Light deck, which is about now, since we're transforming this, how can we transform that? How can we help ourselves through that transformation? How do we work our light to attain that? Okay, I also offer activation dances, empowerment dances, poses, breath work, a stretch. So if you're into that kind of stuff, then take a look below. I would highly recommend for you, Sagittarius, to consider really honestly taking 5. If you have to call in sick to work, like, do it. Seriously, do it. And then don't do it in vain. Like, take an actual rest day. Don't scroll on your phone. Don't just bypass it. Like, take time to be with yourself. Take 4 hours in one day just to literally be with yourself. Take a bath, go for a walk, meditate, journal, and each for an hour. Like, that's really quieting the mind and getting to know yourself. Quieting the mind doesn't necessarily mean just like erasing everything that just happened, like trying to be quiet. It's more so like selecting what is actually your thoughts and what you actually value that can be in there, versus things that are just up there for rent free. And you're like, excuse me, you're out. Like, what are you doing in there? What are you doing in there? Get out. So when you journal, when you meditate, when you take it slow, if things are slowing down in your life, take that as a gift, as a sign. It's time to be in the in-between. It's time to quiet the mind. There's a lot of things happening for you and coming for you in the next like couple of years, to be honest, in the astrology. So I'm excited for us. But that means that like we can't just continue to go forward, taking a step by step, like blindly, just going. Like, we have to open our eyes, take a moment, quiet the mind, and spend time with ourselves, okay? Thank you so much for listening, Sagittarius. I wish you so much love and light, and I'll see you in the next one.